Hey there and welcome back to painting the Guvna, where it's an Ork Warboss, so you have to speak like that, don't you, because they're a bit thick and stuff. But getting on to the highlighting phase, so I'm just going to crack on with getting a tier of white highlights on everything that needs white highlights first. Here we go then, that's all them white bits done. And this has got me white highlights on my greys, my reds, my metallics and black leather and bandages type stuff, quite a lot of it. Next up I'm going to be blocking in red and blocking in for the leather bits with black ink. And we're heading into the end game. He's starting to look proper good, like the boss that you always wanted to be. Here we go, that's the reds put in and the black ink's put in on the peak of the cap and on the levers, on the strap for the gun and his boots, but also the piping on his hat and the piping around the edge of his coat is getting a bit yellow as well as the red. So now he's like got a big boss look. Yellow also on the piping around the collar on his coat. One helps to make him look like a German officer, and it's a German officer, which is kind of what I was going for. I think the German kind of uniform really suits Orks, hence they got the pointy helmets, I guess. Goths. Visigoths, that is, presumably, but who knows, as opposed to pasty goth. He's got a few things left to deal with still. He's got some final highlights which need to go on his skin, but I'll do that last. And the fur on his pack there, and then the final highlights on the blue. But we are almost done with his basic, with his paint job. Almost, but no cigar yet. So I'm going to get highlights on the blues and the bits that I know what I'm highlighting. And yeah, there'll be some other bits and pieces which I realise as I'm painting. Go, oh look, I missed that. Here we go then, and the gold of his plates and stuff, like the rings, his nose ring. Nose ring? He hasn't got a nose ring. Earrings, his lip ring, and the gold on his cap have all been highlighted. They were originally paired with glorious gold, which is a dark gold, and they've been highlighted with a shining gold, which is a light colour gold. And then a little bit of ink's been put over the gold on his cap, just to make it stand out a bit more, and then sort of wiped away a little bit, just because I put a bit too much on, so excess needs to be removed. On the leather work, I've applied the same. This is the Vallejo skin flesh. It's kind of a chestnutty brown ink, and I've used it in various degrees of watered downness on all of the leather and all of the rags, which was the light browny kind of colour / heading towards white. I also applied it to, in just little blobby bits, to the metallic areas in order to give the influence of some rust. In order to deal with the fur, I've just used warm grey, which is like it's a pink, neutral pink colour in the grey scale. It's chromatic grey. You may have heard me talk about this before, but it just means that it's if you take the three basic pigments or three basic colours of the colour wheels, so yellow, blue and red, the primary colours, and you mix them all together, they neutralise each other, and that is known as a chromatic grey. And you can blend a pure grey with that, but if you push it slightly off, in this case towards red, it's still considered grey, or a warm grey as that is. So next step, just got to deal with the final highlights on his flesh, and the Guvna will be ready. Is the greatest warboss that ever was, the Guvna, and he's complete. Well, he's as complete as he's going to get for the minute anyway, because coming up will be the painting of Commissar Yark, the Grot Commissar. He might end up being cool then, but what the hey. That's the flesh all done, and I just used dead flesh. Let's add some final little highlights to bring everything together. There we have it, one Ork Warboss. It's taking a while to paint him. He's not perfect. When is anything perfect? How many times do you need to go back and repaint things and touch things up and repaint things before it's done? It's an infinite process, and each time you do it, the miniature gets a little bit better, right? Until one day it's perfect. No, I don't think there's such a thing. I think there's different degrees of readiness. But there you go then, that's the Guvna. Hope it's been some interest use to you, and all your paint's going really well, especially your character models in this instance. Thank you for watching, have a good one and take care. Bye bye.